You can't see my nipples in you because it's a bad shit, right?
It's crazy. It's like a outside, inside out Oreo. Bro, we should have brought the chips.
Can I be racist?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll see me.
In the intro, I'll be racist. Are you ready? You guys ready?
Yeah. What are we talking about? Like anything?
I think this should be the intro. I think us not just...
Put this in the beginning and then my intro will happen right now. I hate introing, so I'm not going to. But welcome back to another Neapolitan podcast. Today we have Jonah, Jacob, and Malachi is back with us.
What's up? I grew hair.
And got darker. No, but actually Malachi can't join us because he's lazy nonce. But yeah, we have today my roommate, also my lover. So my roommate, his name is Darian, and he is from America.
Yes. Land of free, home of the brave.
And
Wait, what?
It's a meme that Americans are dumb.
Yeah, we have a larger population, so there's a greater chance of having dumber people.
Also smart people.
That too.
But yeah, he is my roommate. He's from Florida.
Yes.
But yeah, we're gonna just chill. We're gonna ask Darian a few questions and we'll get into some topics. So Darian, first thing we want to talk about.
Yeah.
And if you have questions on it, because I pretty much know him.
Yeah, I'll just ask stuff when I think of it.
Just pretty much tell us about your life, what you're doing, what your life has been like.
Dang, so you just want the beans, the spilled beans. So I grew up in West Florida, west coast of Florida, near the beach. Pretty dope. Kind of grew up in the hood, not really the hood, but it's kind of the hood, but I'm gonna call it the hood because that's the hood. And I grew up with one parent, my mother. My mom is the best, and my older brother. And grew up just straight, not thugging, but just doing dumb kid stuff, just hanging out. And then I became a Christian when I was in my freshman year of high school. I had a cool friend named Noah. Shout out to Noah.
Can you explain what a freshman year is for us?
Freshman is ninth grade for all of the international people who aren't American. Freshman year of high school is your first year of high school, which is ninth grade, not seventh grade in America.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah. So we have this beautiful thing called middle school. It's where all
Is it separate from
it goes elementary school, K, the 5th grade, and then 6th grade to 8th grade is middle school. What a beautiful place. If you know about it.
I prefer that system.
It's pretty beautiful.
Anyway.
And then 9th to 12, and then so on, college.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, became a Christian in my freshman year of high school, 9th grade. And I haven't really looked back since, lived my life for Jesus. Did a little bit of missionary work, and I'm currently doing missionary work with an organization called Word of Life. We're a youth missionary, a youth evangelism ministry organization.
Same thing I'm doing.
Same thing, yeah. Yeah, I went to the Bible Institute because they also have Bible Institutes around the world. I went to the Bible Institute in Florida. Shout out to the BI, Florida gang. You already know. And and my path, just chasing what God has called me to do, and kind of just being out there to do whatever He tells me to do. It led me to Australia, and now I'm studying here for 3 years, bachelor's in social science counseling degree. So,
do you have like an end goal, or you just going with the flow?
The end goal is to get to heaven. So, but that's already secured, so I don't got to worry about that. I'm just waiting, just waiting for that to happen. End goal, graduate, get the degree, possibly go back home and hopefully start up a counseling ministry at my local church, my home church. If I don't even decide to pursue counseling afterwards, at least I'll have a tool that will be able to disciple individuals and help out with individuals who are going through very difficult times easier. So yeah, that's the goal. Go back home, work for my church, or whatever God leads me to do.
Yeah.
You know, you can send me home, or you can, you know, send me to Antarctica and preach to penguins. You never know.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, if you had three key either things or times in your life that would like really helped you as to be who you are, what would those three things be?
Dang.
So loud.
Weird animal.
Sorry.
Three key places, events.
It can be things, it can be people.
I think one key event in my life was watching my brother get arrested for the first time. That was the first key event. It kind of compounded, but I feel like when I think back to my life, because, you know, growing up in a single parent household, you know, my dad wasn't around that much, and like I always seen other people's families, and like that's what family's supposed to be, and I never experienced that. So like I decided very young that that's what I wanted, that I wanted a family, and I wanted to be there for my kids, and love them, and have them experience what it feels like to grow up with a dad, because I never got to do that. So yeah, I think what really kind of set that in stone is like my vision, my drive, was when I watched my brother get arrested, and I realized that, you know, I was the youngest in the family, so I was like, all right, bro, like I don't want to end up like this, or like whatever's going on. Like I wanted this. My goals is to graduate high school, graduate college, and get a good degree and get a good job, and start my own family. And you know, so that was the first goal, and not the first goal, the first big moment. And the second moment was when it finally clicked what it really meant to be a Christian. Because I've heard the gospel before, of the story of who Jesus was and how he came and died on the cross for all my wrongdoings. And I grew up in a Christian home where I believed in God, but I didn't know God. I didn't have a relationship with him. So when my friend Noah invited me to church, and I started going, and the youth leaders, shout out to the reality, not reality, Real Youth Ministries, they're the homies. But yeah, when the youth leaders and youth pastors were sharing the gospel with me and showing me the gospel and living it out in front of me and loving me, when it finally clicked what it really meant to be a Christian and how heavy my sin was and what Jesus did for me, I think that was a big defining moment, if you know what I mean. Like when it finally clicks, because like so many people go on to church and have heard the gospel presented very clearly of who Jesus was, but for some reason it just never clicks. And then for me, like I heard it multiple, like probably hundreds of times, and then like finally it was like, oh, I'm a sinner. Like I'm the one that he died for. And yeah, like it was like, oh, and he offers that kind of love for me. Okay. Yeah. And I think the third one was deciding to go to the Word of Life Bible Institute.
In Florida, not in Australia.
Yeah, there's no Bible Institute in Australia. It's like a discipleship program, which is pretty dope. But yeah, the one in Florida. I had recently got accepted into a four-year university, University of North Florida, and I was going to try and pursue a degree in engineering, mechanical engineering. Definitely was not smart enough, but your boy had dreams. Okay, that was part of the dream of getting a good degree so I can support my family. And I really enjoyed running track, so I was going to run track. They had a really good track team there, so I was going to try and walk onto the track team and try out and hopefully make it. And I have been trying to get degrees, and I finally had trying to get into college, and I finally got accepted, and it was like this big weight lifted off, and I was like, my future's ahead of me. And I went toward this college, and the Lord convicted me. God convicted me and said, hey, all this time you're making your own plans, and you never stopped and asked me what I thought of them. And this is not what I want you to do. This is what I want you to do. I want you to go to Word of Life Bible Institute and study here. And it was one of the most like convicting, but like I gotta do this kind of thing. Like I don't want to do it, and I'm scared, but I know this is what God calling me to do, so I have to do it. And I think choosing to go to Word of Life Bible Institute and not knowing what I was going to do after that year was the third like dynamic moment. Because of that, everything else has fallen into place. And if someone would have told me that, like, you know, a year from then, that time that I decided to make that decision, a year from then, that time, I would have, you know, visited Australia, the place I've always wanted to go, let alone started living in it the year after that, you know, it would have blown my mind. Like, so yeah.
Speaking of Australia, what are some of your favorite things and your least favorite things about Australia?
Australia.
Wait, before we get into this, you haven't really experienced Australia much. You've experienced Port Macquarie, which is just like, it's not really like, I don't know.
No, I've been to Griffith. I've been to.
Is it all country there?
What else is there? That's literally Australia. It's literally either city or country. There's no in between.
I know.
Or suburb. But that's like part of the city.
Yeah, that's city as well. I don't know, but yeah, just.
Okay, for that prior knowledge, that's my experience with Australia, and I deeply believe that Australia is either sticks or city. there's no, and then the outback. I've never been to the outback, but yeah, I think Australia is very beautiful. Yeah, it's a lot of scenery where we live at. It's just, you know, kangaroos in your yard every morning. You know, we have.
See, I told you, he doesn't live in Sydney. He doesn't.
No,
He lives in.
You've probably seen more kangaroos in your backyard than in Australia.
Yeah, but yeah, there's kangaroos everywhere. We live like literally on a mountain, so we can go in this mountain and see this beautiful view. We live like 10 minutes away from, like not even 10 minutes away from the beach. Like we live like a surfing beach community, like retirement area that's like nothing but old people and no ethnic people. But you know,
Average age is about 75.
Yep, basically. But they're not like decrepit old people. Like, oh, they can't move. Like, they're really active. Like the old people at our church, they're like
fitter than me.
Like they are. Like
that's white people, bro. They get till they're old.
Like when I first went and we were like playing games with the youth and stuff, and I'm seeing these old people like move like really quickly and like aggressively and not pull a muscle. I'm like, yo, like
compare that to the Arabs here, bro.
Arabs dead at 30.
I was like, dude, this is insane. You guys take care of yourself. Like they can keep up with the kids. That's dope.
Man.
But Australia's beautiful. People are pretty cool. It's a melting pot of culture. Definitely in Sydney, which is really cool.
Yeah.
But you know,
Yeah, Darren's experienced a lot of. I feel like you wouldn't have thought you would experience like Arab food and like a lot of that kind of stuff
if I didn't
come
have
to Australia.
no,
Yeah. Then you come to Australia and the thing you experience the most is not just Aussie things, but actually like, because he's lived at like my house for like a week and like every now and again.
yeah,
Feed him Arab food and all this stuff.
yeah.
Just like our culture, the way we live.
There's not really a lot to Australian culture, if I can be honest.
Because we're just so multicultural. It's not just Aussie culture. It's
Yeah.
every other culture.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like. I guess I don't know. That's pretty much
Things you hate.
No, roast us.
things I don't like.
Like way about being.
There's not a strong sense of national pride here, but that's me coming from America, where like everyone's like proud to be an American. Like there's a song about it, like proud to be American. You know, like it's lit. Like everyone like, no matter how much someone like dislikes America, like dislikes like what goes on in America, or like they still love being in the country. Unless you have those like vegan and feminists who are just like, who really don't understand how bad the rest of the world is. And you're just like, America's the worst. I'm like, have you been to the Middle East? Like, where you...
You haven't been to the Middle East.
I haven't, but I've experienced people who have been to the Middle East, and I've seen stuff that goes on in the Middle East, and people don't have it good there. Like, you know, it's not that great in some of the countries. I'm not saying all the countries like that, because some countries are really beautiful. Apparently, Lebanon's really nice.
Yeah, that was great. Recently, like I was speaking to my cousin. It's disaster. It's like Jake for a Nutella jar. It's like the equivalent of like $60 now because of the explosion. It's like
That's like unlivable. 60 AUD.
Yeah.
That's unlivable.
No, I think American.
Far
But
out.
they use American. It's like, yeah, it's messed up, but
How do you afford to live?
the government's so
You don't eat Nutella?
and
No, but that's a teller. So imagine stuff you
they're
need.
restricting the money like coming out of your account. Like even if you have money in your account,
Why?
I don't know, it's messed up. But yeah,
What? I mean, sorry. What's the government over there like? What nationality? I mean, not nationality. what religion are they?
Religion.
I don't know, probably Muslim,
Muslim.
probably yeah.
So what?
They corrupt, bro.
You think Lebanon's just it's not gonna recover?
I think it'll cover.
I don't know. It could be like their chance from the government to finally
I think yeah. I
screw
think,
everyone.
Nah, I think everyone has always been. Well, this should be more about it, but it's fine. Everyone's been like hating the government over there, and there's been
Riots.
riots and stuff. Yeah, there's been
But
riots
do
for
they
ages.
just like use military force to like shut them up?
I don't think so. So there's been riots for ages,
Yeah.
and then the explosion happened.
Mm-hmm. Oh, before they explode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
Oh,
well,
Are they
it's-
riots or protests?
Protests.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably is both.
Since riots and
Okay.
protests is two different things. You can protest, you start burning stuff and blowing up
I
cars.
don't think it was riots actually.
Yeah, it's probably just protesting,
But yeah, it's
which
pretty
is
messed
good.
up.
We like protests.
It's like pretty much what was happening with the Black Lives Matter thing.
Yeah.
It's pretty much like they weren't looting and stuff. And they weren't rioting, but
Yeah, protesting.
the Lebanese like cops and stuff,
Mhm.
they were pretty much acting like that was happening.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, it's pretty messed up and corrupt. But
Mm.
I don't know. Maybe this could be like a refiner's fire sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but we'll see.
It's like that.
I actually I've started to fall in love with Lebanon so much. Like
Yeah.
past ever since I went,
Yeah.
just like man.
Mm.
But yeah.
So
Anyway.
so that was from your point of people in America complaining about America.
Nah, bro, I gotta talk about what I don't like about Australia first.
Oh yeah.
Nationally loving.
National pride.
So there's not much of that, which is okay. Like, it's fine.
I think we're all like more of our like. So I'm more proud of Lebanese
Mhm.
background.
Yeah, I
I
feel
don't
like
like Australia. To be honest.
it's like if you are like a first generation or second generation like immigrant, and he like in Australia, like you stick more to that culture, and like there's nothing wrong with having that pride of where you've come from. But like in America, like you have people who've come from places who have that pride of, you know, where their family's from and stuff. But like it's like, but we're Americans.
Mhm.
So like, you know, like I've never heard anyone say I'm Indian Australian,
Just Aboriginals.
or no one's like I'm Asian Australian.
Well, technically they all are.
They are, but they never say that.
Yeah.
Like if I say
I think Australia's.
I would say I'm African American.
Yeah. I think Australia's culture is just the multicultural part of it. Like, we take pride in everyone being different, and we just because in Western Sydney, bro, like you can find every nationality. You can go to some parts and you literally think you're in a different country. Like that's how. Like I like that.
Where we
about
are right
Australia.
now is pretty much like India.
Yeah, you think, if you just got dropped here and thought you think you're in India, honestly.
It's not elephants.
No elephants.
Yeah.
It's
Do people
some of elephants.
do people do that? Do people ride elephants in India? They have
Yeah,
to.
Indian elephants and.
I think that's more Asia, isn't it?
Well, India
Well,
is
there's
in Asia.
Indian elephants and
There's Asian elephants as well.
yeah, but where in Asia? I don't know. Chinese, maybe.
Nah, like
Is
Uh,
India?
Thailand?
Yeah, I think maybe.
India is not its own continent, is it?
No,
It's part of Asia.
yeah, but there are Indian elephants. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
definitely in India.
Yeah, but there are also different. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
what's something else you hate about it?
How strict you guys are with speeding?
Road rules.
That really gets underneath my skin.
Is there like you have speed limits in America?
We do have speed limits in this America, but like here's just like this really strict. I guess it's. I was talking to Jonah's sister, and like I guess majority of the cops are like not as strict, you know, here like in the city, because you know it's very hard to police like the entire city, and if you're just
Yeah.
like a dictator, then like everyone's getting pulled over in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But like some places it's like so cool, like the highway is 110 k's. You can't even go over 110. Like if you do go 5 over, like you're getting pulled. Is that how it is?
5, I think, is fine.
What about 10?
What's
If
the?
you're doing like around 10, you'd probably get pulled over.
Like come on, but 10 k's?
But why? What happens if you go over the limit in America?
There's a grace period in America. So like instead, and it depends on where you're at and what's going on. It's all about like the environment. So like, let's say
it's empty, you can go as fast as you want.
No, because you're just gonna get roped immediately because you stand out like a sore thumb.
Okay.
So like, let's say if you're on the highway, because I'm gonna say this is, I'm speaking specifically for highways in Australia. If you're on a highway in America, the speed limit is 80 or like 75.
Mm-hmm.
You can go about 80, 85 miles per hour, and
Yeah.
miles are at a longer distance than kilometers. So you're going way faster in kilometers than you would be in miles.
Yeah.
So like a 10 mile per hour difference is probably like 15, 20 miles in kilometers, you know? So like it's very easy to speed here. You know, you push on the gas, you go up 5 kilometers, and in the miles per hour, that's maybe like 2. So like it's very, very easy to speed here in Australia. But yeah, you're very strict on speeding.
I think
Like on a sense on the highway.
because we have highway patrol, and I think
We have highway patrol too.
I think our highway patrol is like super strict.
Mm-hmm.
Our cops, I don't know if they're super strict,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty sure there's just the highway patrol that's like very well done for.
Yeah. There are certain areas in in America, because you know it's very big, that certain highway patrols are very strict.
Mm.
But like majority of the time, like they're pretty lenient, especially if like there's a lot of people on the highway and everyone's just going the same speed. Like if it's 75 and everyone's going 85, like they're not gonna pull everybody over.
Yeah.
You know, you're just going with the flow of traffic. They'll probably pull you over if you're going slower than the flow because you're holding things up. So like in that sense, like if I need to get somewhere and like
Or if you're black.
maybe. But my windows are tinted for a reason. But yeah, like in that sense, like when we're driving from Port to Sydney, it's a 4-hour drive. Like if you go faster than 110, dude, you would be there in no time. You could be in Sydney in 3 hours.
I'm not gonna lie. Every time, like, cause I usually drive at night.
Yeah. You speed, yeah.
Bad.
Well, of course, I would speed too. The heck?
You get scared of getting caught up. That's
Yeah,
what
I
stops
do.
me.
I do get caught. I do get scared, but it's usually at night time.
Like, sometimes I think a cop or random cop was just sitting there, like, someone probably likely to go like 200 just down the highway.
Things I have, like I use Waze.
So it lets you know.
Yeah.
But that's like way less people letting you know about at that time. So it's like risky.
It is very.
And if you get done, bro, you're screwed.
It's true.
Like I always think like, oh, just use an excuse. I'm like, I mean, I'm on a 4-hour trip. Like,
I'm just trying to get home, bro.
Yeah, I just want to get home.
Yeah.
It's very dumb. I'm not saying to do it, but.
Nah, you should be fine with it. Like, and no one's on the road probably letting you go.
My sister's a cop.
Yeah.
That'll probably make it even worse.
Yeah. Anything else?
Of course, guns.
Well, you want guns.
Wait, we'll get into that later.
Yeah, but like that's just one of the things that I enjoy to be able to have the right to own a firearm. Like you can own firearms here, but there's a lot of hoops. Like a lot of hoops. Like there's a lot of hoops in America to jump through, but like here it's like there's a lot.
This is a topic that we were gonna say for later.
But how long we've been talking for so long? It's like 20 minutes already.
Yeah, that's 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I thought one of your things was gonna be health. Health.
Oh, that's okay. But like, yeah, it's nothing. Not everything's so bland.
Well,
Like taste wise.
Because we have.
what do you mean? What do you say health? I don't know what you're talking about.
Like sweets and like cakes and
Once everything's bland here.
yeah, because there's like they,
yeah.
no, they don't put a lot of
stuff
sugar.
It's like
Oh yeah, I can agree with that.
health restrictions and stuff.
Yeah.
But from what it sounds like, if like your complaints about Australia, we are a pretty good country.
Well, yeah, I never said you guys were
No,
bad.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
Australia's amazing.
Yeah.
Beautiful country. It's very westernized, just like the United States, which makes it great.
We have we're just little brother of like England and
Yeah. And we're like the little brother of England, except for we kind of just had a falling out, and then we became friends. So like we had a falling out with England, you know, siblings fight, and then we just break apart, and then we kind of become our own little thing, but we come back together, and we're just like, yeah, we're brothers, we're different, we're still family, you know. I mean, you guys are like the third kid to come along.
I just see like the accident that happened,
What?
the mistake that happened.
Yeah.
But I prefer to be English rather than American and Australian. That's me. I'm wearing an England jersey. I didn't mean to. Man, that's me.
Do you love your country?
Well, it's boring, but like it's probably, in my opinion, the best country in the world. Like we just have, we're very safe. We're very like first world and progressive as well in like the right ways. Like we have everything we need. We have like there's like we can access hospital whenever we want. We have everything pretty much. Like
private health. That's all.
private health.
We need.
Yeah.
We mean private healthcare?
Like we don't have to pay for hospitals.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound private.
What do you mean?
It sounds like everyone has healthcare.
No, but like you have to pay for healthcare.
Yes.
So yeah, that's something that's better here, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can be anyone and just go to hospital
Yeah.
if you need it. And yeah,
How long's the wait?
The public or what's?
it's not that. It's not. It can be short. Depends if it's peak hour or not.
Yeah.
Like you can go any. You can go like 4 a.m. and you'll walk straight in.
It depends on emergency and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like.
What about medicine? Is that included as well? Prescriptions? Or do you have to pay for your prescriptions?
No, we have to pay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like medical care.
Medicare.
No, medical care.
What do you mean? Oh, like actual medical care is free.
So like
Well,
you go
yeah.
to the hospital. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, I would say Australia is a very good country, but
Yeah, that's
I wouldn't mind moving country, just for the fun of it.
Mhm.
If I'm being honest, like Australia's mad to
Yeah.
like, just live in and whatever. But every time I'm out of Australia,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because I'm experiencing new culture, but it's like
Yeah, but also we're
I
like
get so much happier.
we're also like immune to how good Australia is because we've been here our whole life.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It's like we take it for granted probably.
It's like I don't know. It's like marrying someone that isn't a risk to marry.
Yeah, it's a very safe option.
Like that's all we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Might not be boring. It might not be fun. Might just be like
Mm-hmm.
treats us well, whatever.
Yeah.
And also, if the World War goes off, we're like pretty out of fire.
You have to down
It's pretty hot down
like,
here.
fly to us. Or
Send a few people to America to fight, and then America calls for our soldiers, and then we're just like, yep, we'll chill out here, man.
Yeah, we're in America and England side, so we're pretty slow.
Yeah.
We literally just use America, man.
It's pretty much how it works.
Please, America, protect us.
It's like, hey,
What do
we
you
don't need
benefit
protecting
from us?
there. We don't need protecting.
We don't.
If we've helped them more than us
If there was no like nuclear warfare,
in war, we didn't need help.
really?
We've never needed help.
Really?
Why have we needed help?
World War I and II.
Australia.
Yes.
no, what like that wasn't our battle. Like
Yeah, it
we
wasn't.
Listen.
wasn't picked with us.
No, listen. If they would have won over there, they
No,
would've-
but yeah, that's like we thank you for that.
no, if they would have won over there, China would have been coming down here. Like
Yeah, China wants to
and
come
China.
here, yeah.
And
I
we're
know.
not, and we're not letting that happen. Actually, I think
Yeah.
earlier this year we mobilized battleships to the South Pacific.
No,
Yeah,
like
guys.
without America, we probably would have been conquered by some Asian country. But I'm saying if there was no nuclear warfare, Australia would be dominant, bro.
Because you're just a big island.
No, like yeah, you want to come? We'll just as soon as we'll
They
just
just
like a choke point, bro. You enter, we'll just smash you at the entry, bro.
Not really. We'll just cut
bottom
off.
like the
That's so, the bad thing about Australia and like any type of island is like
Just exactly like Risk, bro, the game.
yeah. It's like
You know
a-
Risk?
I've heard of it.
Like there was used to be only one entry point to Australia. You stack it, and no one
yeah. My brother used to always use that tactic where he just stack Australia and they would just conquer the world.
The thing is like, if you really want to like really hurt and hinder Australia, you just cut off its ports.
Yeah.
That's any country though.
Mm.
If they're not very well self, I don't think they'll work with China.
And what you should do is
China can pretty well. They have a lot of rice.
what you do to destroy us is like destroy where we get our oil and stuff from.
If we cut off your
Yeah.
ports, yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
You know, because I think one of your main things is like everything here is imported. Like you have to import everything.
We have a lot of
Yeah.
stuff, yeah. But
It sucks. I think that's no. Actually, it's beautiful because it opens up trade.
yeah.
Like having a country that's able to produce goods and exchange goods with other countries is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same thing with America. Like America and China are just balling. Like, and also Australia.
I wouldn't be surprised if like America just like sold us to some country. Like, you can take Australia, a nice country.
They sell it. They
No,
don't
like they won't defend us. So like, go take it. They don't care.
Nah,
But just leave us alone. Like, look at this nice island to yourself. You can make a mad population, bro.
I think we would defend you guys because our ideas. Are
I don't know
too
why
close-
you guys do.
Our ideas are too closely related.
Yeah, I know that. We're like literally pretty much the same,
Yeah.
like
Just
roles and
small,
everything.
Mm.
But like, why? I don't know what benefit they get from protecting us besides morally.
Allies. You guys have
Yeah,
allies.
but we're weak, bro.
You have a strategic attacking point for.
We just have heart and good mateship, bro.
No,
That's
literally, we have like if we have a relationship with Australia, we can send troops to Australia and attack the mainland of China.
Yeah, that's true. We have a good base for you. Yeah.
Which is really one of the nearest threats right now. It's China and Russia, but I don't think we're.
But don't bring your
Just a
fun to
mutual
you,
respect.
Yeah.
Huh?
I feel like it's just a mutual.
Oh, it's like no, we're like the little dance brother. I feel sorry for.
It's like no, they don't talk to us, but like if they need us or if we need them, then they'll help us. We'll help them.
Yeah.
We give you guys entertainment with our president and our politics and music.
That's the only people that actually can. Yeah, music and shows and stuff. That's just all.
Yeah, movies and stuff and all that. What? Yeah,
Even though I get all my entertainment from England, but that's just me.
From where?
England.
Oh,
And
right.
Japan is
Apart from my friends.
No, but like movies and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Japan. All I need is anime and YouTube, bro.
Yeah. Speaking of anime,
Yeah, brother.
Do you watch anime?
Yeah.
which
I don't have time
anime
to.
is your favorite? Surely it's.
My favorite?
Surely it has to be the one that I'm thinking.
It's between two.
Can I guess?
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. I don't even know what you've seen. Tell me what everything you've seen, or you know you've seen, or you can remember you've seen. Sorry.
So I've watched Parasite, which is the most recent one I finished. It's on Netflix. Parasite, I watched 7 Deadly Sins. I only watched like maybe 3 episodes of that because I don't have Netflix, so
Yeah.
don't hate
I
on
think
me.
on Netflix.
I haven't used it, okay? I don't have time. I'm always stressed, so I don't have time to relax because I always feel like I should be doing something else. But
Absolutely.
Space Dandy, no one really knows about Space Dandy, but that one went hard. That was funny. One Piece, One Punch.
Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan is actually pretty dope.
I think that's all.
You
right.
finished One Piece, all of it.
I have not finished One Piece.
Yeah, okay.
I've only finished 2 animes in my entire life.
Which two?
One Punch. And Attack on Titan.
One Punch isn't done yet, they're still making episodes.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
So
Okay,
Attack
well
on
then,
Titan is-
well 3 then. So, no 4, because then if we're talking about like up to the present date, then I've watched. So if I've watched all of Attack on Titan so far. I watched
Yeah.
all of One Punch so far. I finished Space Dandy, which I think was only like 2 seasons. Really good. And I finished Parasite, which was like 2 or 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Or one, I think it was 1 season. 2 seasons. I don't know, but yeah, I finished.
And what's your favorite?
It's between One Punch Man, and One Piece.
Okay.
Just like what was it? What were you gonna ask?
No, I was gonna say, what makes you like One Punch Man so much?
It's so fun. It's hilarious. Like it literally takes the persona of like it like literally like makes fun of every single superhero like
Yeah.
anime, like where it's like, oh, I have to be the best, and you know, like he's just like, I'm just a guy looking for fun. Like
Yeah.
I've worked out so hard that I'm just better than everyone else. My life actually has no meaning anymore, and I'm just looking for purpose. And everyone else around him is super serious, and he's just like.
I might say Tom, but just not with the powers.
It's like everyone else is super serious, and he's just like, I'm just looking for someone to fight, like a worthy opponent. Like I'm just trying to have fun, like a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like One Punch. Not One Punch. One Piece. Because like, it's just so wholesome. I hate the fillers though. Oh my gosh, fight scene can last 15 episodes, bro. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that is the worst.
When you think it's over and it's not, and you gotta watch another episode. And yeah, bro, but it's so wholesome. Cause like, even though like there's some like questionable stuff in it, cause it's anime, it's still like really good. Like it's a really good, hearted kids show.
One Piece is like one of the shows I would not watch.
Yeah,
Never
not same.
touch.
Why?
It's so long.
First of all, it's too long.
Why? Why would it be? Why would that affect it? Why would that have anything to do with it?
Because I want to complete it.
Then you'll complete it. Then, if you like it, it will get done.
No, it's too long,
I don't
bro.
want to start.
How many episodes? Like 900 or something?
Yeah, almost.
That's crazy, bro.
It's like 800, 900.
Like, yeah.
I'm done watching Naruto and stuff.
I'm thinking of watching Naruto as well.
Yeah, I
That's
think
like
my next
awesome.
one.
Huh?
That's gonna be my next one.
Yeah, but I'm just like so like you have to commit, bro.
No, you don't.
You
I haven't watched.
because I hate like an actual popular anime like Naruto or something. If I watch a little bit, I want to finish it like Attack on Titan. But I watch like a small anime here and there.
Mm-hmm.
But like an actual popular one, I want to finish. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I can't go to Naruto, watch like a few. Like,
Did you do that then?
Also, Space Cowboy.
for what?
Have you watched a bit of Naruto?
It's the start of it, but I didn't like Baby Naruto.
Space
I found it
Cowboy.
boring.
I watched Space Cowboy too.
Oh, yeah.
No, not
Cowboy
Space Cowboy.
Bebop.
Cowboy.
Cowboy
Bebop.
Bebop.
Basically, Space Cowboy, just like Space Daddy. They're both Space Cowboys.
Do you like Cowboy Bebop? It's rated really high.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It's like 80s anime.
Yeah, it's like it's really good because like it's classic anime. Like if you're ever into anime, like you have to watch like the classics.
There's too many animes I need to watch. I just haven't. It's a Ministry, but like on our road trips, it's all I'm gonna be doing.
Right, you should get into One Piece, bro. I'm telling you, you really enjoy it.
Nah.
It's really good.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start Naruto next.
I need to finish Code Geass, and then I'll probably watch Naruto.
And then One Piece after that.
No.
Naruto and One Piece would take you like well over a year.
No.
I
Depends.
reckon.
It
Depends how.
what rate you watch.
Yeah, but like if you have a job or something, you definitely can't.
Yeah.
But like if you.
That's what makes it
Let's say you
fun.
didn't stop One Piece. I want to know. I would love to know how.
Apparently, Antoine said he watched Naruto in a month and a half. 13 episodes a day. That's like. That's
How many
like
episodes are there?
like around 600.
I finished Dragon Ball Z like when I watched it for like the 14th time. I watched Dragon Ball Z in like 2-3 weeks.
I can't remember how quick I watched the first part of Dragon Ball Z.
I just
I remember it was school holidays. I was like in 9 or something.
I feel so exhausted just thinking about this, doing nothing but watching anime.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I was playing COD and watching.
Oh yeah.
Because I already this was my 14th.
So you already kind of knew.
Yeah, I already knew what was going on. I just wanted to watch it again.
That's crazy, bro. Cause like the extrovert in me was like, dude, I could be doing something else, like hanging out with people.
I don't have any.
I don't care about that.
I love chilling and watching anime, but like I was like, dude, I'm gonna go hang out with some people.
See, for me, it's like to like games. I watch YouTube or to watch anime.
What I love about anime is, for me, why I watch anime is all I care about is comparing characters. That's the only thing I care about.
As everyone comparing different characters.
They're like, yeah, like, just, I want to know who's the best anime character, who's the strongest, who's the most fun. Like, and if the anime is mad, like, that's a bonus, but like, I love dominant characters, bro.
Have you watched RDC World?
No.
Bro, RDC World is like these YouTubers.
Oh, yes!
Hilarious,
I literally
Alright, well, the camera ran out of space and everything just went wrong in a matter of 4 seconds. So using my phone, why did I just say it like that? I don't even know where we're up to. But yeah, well, now it's out of focus.
something always happens.
Yeah, there's always something.
So what happens when you're not rich?
Yeah. Anyway.
Alright, well, what is it? Okay, anyway. Scuffed. We should really name this the Scuffed podcast.
Scoffed is.
Malachi's never here anyway, so it's not even their fault.
We should always make it something. Like something should always go wrong. During the podcast.
We don't have to organize that.
No.
Yeah. Anyway.
RDC World,
Yeah,
I
bro.
think.
RDC World's
Yeah,
crazy.
they're funny as and they make anime like they make it more like the hood type.
It's great.
Like, they're not proper acting. They act It's like
I don't know if the audio is good, by the way. It might be garbage.
Yeah. Nah, they do that, and then you're talking about how like what it would be like to live in certain anime worlds.
Yeah, like they do what anime worlds you wouldn't want to live in and all that.
They did one with My Hero Academia, and I noticed because you watched the show, and I was like, okay. And he was like, dude, My Hero Academia would be raw, bro. It's like, actually, nah, it sucked, bro. You know how many people in that school like have trash superpowers? He was like, yeah, you're right. It's like, we'll probably be one of the people to get trash superpowers.
And they do a skit like. He's like, what's your superpower? I can see into the future. Like, that's pretty cool. It's like only 0.3 seconds.
He was like, what are you good for? Nothing. And he said, I can unlock car doors. That's all you can do? Yeah, I can unlock doors.
Yeah, I gotta suss it out.
But yeah, nah.
Also, Caleb City.
I was thinking it was.
Caleb City's dope. I showed a few of Caleb City's videos. It's funny.
I think last topic, because I don't want my camera out of my phone to get wrecked. We sort of touched on this before, but I said we'll save it for later.
Alright.
Both of you have different.
I'm not really educated. I just know what's right for Australia at least.
Yeah, it works for different countries.
So gun control. I want you guys to.
Do I agree with gun control? Yes, I think there should be gun control.
Okay.
What do you think?
I agree with that as well.
Okay, so we're on the same lines of agreements. Of agreements. What do you?
Let's just go extreme. Let's just say you could only have two options.
Okay.
No one with guns or everyone has access to guns. Just for sake of the argument. Like, which one would you prefer? Because like we both agree, not anyone should have access to guns. Like
Not any random old person.
yeah, exactly.
I think everyone should have access to guns.
Easily rather than no one.
Oh, we talking about easily?
Yeah, like you just
Yes.
have to be 18 and like not have a criminal record.
Yes.
You would prefer that over no one with guns.
Yes.
Why?
Because if in the event of your government getting a little too buddy,
Maybe speak up as well.
yeah, in the event of your government getting a little too buddy, and deciding to take away your rights as a person, so like I'm not like so you won't be able to defend yourself. That's basically what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah.
Like,
so
we
you
can-
need defense against
Now
the
that
government if they turn on you.
that's a big extreme, but it has happened before in in society. We've seen it in Germany and we've seen it in Russia.
Yes.
All right, and we have the Holocaust and the Russian gulags. With that, it was terrible. So we've seen it before. It's definitely happened. It's a very big, like, hypothetical that probably will not happen because since every government is in everybody's business, that it'll probably be very unlikely for it to happen in a Western country. But yeah, from a more minute and a more like small, more localized, I think people should have the right to defend their homes and their property and their lives. Because if you take away the guns for everybody, the only people left having guns are your government, which can be really good or really bad, and criminals who don't care about laws and government.
Yes.
So those are my two. That's me make it very more small and condensed.
I don't know, like well, I don't really care about gun control that much, but I just think it would be better with no one having guns because what about the people that school shootings and all that? How do you account for that?
How do you count or stop school shootings?
Either one.
I think school shootings don't have to do with guns. I think guns are the tool that are used.
Yeah, but take away the tool, there's no school shootings.
Yes, but also you still don't fix you don't fix kids who grow up and have no purpose in life, who feel like they have no purpose in life.
But that doesn't that you don't fix them, but you fix the problem of them taking out 50 kids with them.
That's true, but if you taking away guns is putting a Band-Aid on the situation. And like I say, but here's the thing: if a kid really wanted to do that, it's not hard to get a gun.
No, but like if guns were
illegally.
Let's just say
if there were no guns, it's not hard to get a gun on the black market. It's very
that's true, but it's like you can't do anything against that. So like
you can't. No.
But people in schools don't have guns, so either way they're gonna get shot. So you may as well at least make it harder for them to get access to guns.
It won't be harder.
It will be if it's purely fully illegal.
Okay, so
it will definitely be at least harder.
Okay.
And then at least you're doing something, and you'd be like, well, if he's getting guns if they're importing guns illegally and we don't know about it, we can't do anything.
Is the gun law like any gun? What is it? Because surely school shootings is not just a pistol.
I don't know. The majority it's not assault rifles. Majority of school shootings have been handguns.
Okay.
Actually?
Either way, but
Yeah, handguns and rifles and hunting rifles.
Well, I was trying to.
Not your AR-15s, that people were against.
So you're starting a new country.
Huh?
For example, you're starting a new country.
Yeah.
Fresh, right?
Mm-hmm.
Only one way in, one way out. Do you allow guns in?
I will allow guns. Yes.
So, but you can monitor every gun. No gun gets by you.
I would allow guns.
Even if you could guarantee that there will not be a single gun in this country.
I would allow people to have guns.
Why? Just because if there's no guns, no one has an advantage over anyone.
I don't know. Is it democracy or dictatorship?
There's no checks and balances for your government.
There is. They have what you have.
No,
They
they
have
don't.
the same power.
Then how would the government be able to protect the citizens from foreign enemies?
Well, that's fine. That's when you go to like America and stuff for help.
If the government is if the government wants to your example would defend against the government. If the government's going to attack you, you're going to get wrecked either way, even if you have a gun.
You can't beat them with your handgun. Like I have a handgun in my house. The government's coming with their damn 50 blokes with them full automatic rifle and everything. I'm going either way.
Nah, you can fight.
Nah, you can't.
You
really.
can fight. You have better chance
They'll-
of fighting, but there's
They'll smoke bomb your house, flashbang you, grenades before you even get close to defending yourself. So either way, you're screwed. I'm just thinking about the point of the civilians that lives get taken all the time from guns.
But
That's true. I'm not gonna discount that.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I'm just gonna go for both sides. But with that, it's like he was saying, if someone really wants to do that, they'll just get a gun.
It's very
Yeah, well, at least you're taking the steps to at least try and make it harder.
There are steps. There are very clear steps to make it very difficult for people to go in and waltz and buy a gun. In the state of Florida, you have to be, I think, the age of 21 now to even buy a handgun, which is the most easily concealed weapon. You have to go through a full background check from the FBI, and you need to have a completely clean record.
I don't think that's hard to get by.
You have to have you have to be mentally stable.
I don't think that's thorough or anything. That's just
So
a normal 21-year-old that's grown up.
So
Any 21-year-old that's grown up is just pretty much clean.
No, that's not true.
That's majority would be clean.
No,
What do you mean no?
I would disagree.
I mean, there's just
Most people,
if you don't have a criminal record,
most
at 21
people-
years old, you can get a gun.
Most people commit crimes before the age of 21 if they're gonna commit crimes.
Yeah,
I'm saying
I'm
that,
talking
like-
about Australia. I'm not about America.
Oh, we're talking about America.
Well, in America, I don't know the stats, but I would assume there'll be a lot of kids that have a clean record up to 21. I mean, I need to check the stats. I don't know.
Yeah, I would.
Do you know the stats?
I don't know the stats, but I would
So
disagree.
His point is if they're gonna shoot after they're 21, they most likely have had.
And if you're 21,
Twenty-one.
you're out of high school.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So
I'm saying,
the majority of school shootings happen when kids are not eligible to get guns legally,
Yeah.
and they're so any type of background check wouldn't apply to them because they're not even allowed to have a firearm.
Yeah. So.
I thought it was
So
18. Isn't it 18 that
You can buy 18. You can buy hunting rifles, and you can buy hunting rifles, shotguns, and AR-15s. But listen, here's the thing though. Those are no 18-year-old is gonna have $2,000 just laying around to buy an AR-15, and we know by the statistics.
You're playing on chance and
No, I'm not.
Most likely
I'm
this won't happen.
I'm literally playing on the
18.
statistics of what's going on in our country before we have the statistic data of how these shootings happen. They happen with handguns. They
But
don't
no
happen with-
guns. There won't be any shootings.
If there were no guns,
Yeah.
no, there wouldn't be shootings, but you would still have
It'd be
illegal
less.
kids.
But
You would have illegal kids getting.
But
illegal
let's
weapons.
say this rich kid grows up clean and
Yeah.
gets whatever. Let's just say something happens and at 21 he's like, I'm gonna wait to 21, get a gun clean and easy and go shoot someone. With my way,
That
you take away
person-
that.
First
that
off, he wouldn't be
facility.
able to get a gun because he would not pass being mentally stable. to
Yeah,
have
but
a
you can
gun.
fake it definitely. If you just hate the world, you can definitely fake it. You
I
can.
see it.
You
I
can
see
fake
it.
mentally okay until you get to where you need to be. And with my way, you would
That
at least
person's a psychopath. It's
Yeah,
literally
exactly.
a psychopath.
But that's what I'm saying. We're just
Listen.
supplying them with a way to.
But here's the
Still
thing.
there,
Here's the
there,
thing,
there.
though. If someone was literally that crazy, if there were no guns, they would still get a gun.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If the
For
government.
someone to
That's what I'm
wait
saying.
until they're 18.
So
to
why would you
commit
let
mass
why would you
murder.
let guns in then to your country?
So
So you're starting a new country.
I'm starting a new country
Why would you let guns in
to
then?
keep the government in check.
But keep
For
them
people to defend themselves from other people, foreign and domestic
Mhm.
enemies.
Yeah.
Also, it's for people to have the right to protect their lives and their property.
But if no one has guns and
No one. That's a hypothetical that cannot happen.
well then okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah,
But
you understand.
I understand where you're coming from. You need to be able to defend yourself and all that. But I'm just saying it would be better with no guns. I'm not saying because now it's already too late. I agree. It's too late because there is guns in whichever country, and it's already too late. It's polluted, so you have to at least make everyone equal, I guess. But if the country wants to be better and safer, I would say no guns.
I would say
Because Australia is safer than America. And
Yeah,
it's way harder to get guns here.
number one, you guys have a lot smaller population than us.
That's fine.
Number
But
two,
I think
your
even-
background and the people that are around you, and
That's fine.
the way your country's set up, it's just completely different. The demographic and everything is just completely
But
different.
like,
It's like
that
we're
doesn't-
praying, it's like we're praying like oranges and lemons. Like
no, how?
It's
Like, cause like even
you're
even I
taking
think
one
statistically,
policy.
like if you took statistically, we would have less shootings from like our size to your size if you took the average. I think obviously we never have shootings pretty much. And if it is like one person dies, two people die.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
even like if we bumped up our like if you did the ratios,
Yeah.
we would be less
Yes,
as well.
smaller
I
population
think.
I'm saying
and stricter gun policies.
I think that like America right now, if they got rid of the gun law, gun control, I feel like that'll be so like impossible to do. Because how are you gonna first of all take everyone's guns away that they already have?
Well,
Second of all, everyone's gonna be like, that's dumb. Like
because that infringes on the Second Amendment, so people are not going to listen to it. But the best way for people to take away their guns and how the government would do it is the people who have registered their guns, who are responsible gun owners. All the responsible gun owners are going to lose their guns. So now that leaves is people who have unmarked weapons and criminals.
Well, I think
like
what I
Like
think
you-
America should do is you have to be 30 to get a gun.
30,
So you've proven yourself as a
a competent
citizen.
human being.
Yeah, exactly. You've kept.
maybe 25, 30s.
Like, either way, like
Even-
you've got to have proven yourself in society
Mhm.
for a long enough time for me to not say you just came out of you're just 21-year-olds don't know anything, bro. Like
Yeah, but what are we gonna all three of us?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Chuck a gun in our hands. Someone our age is gonna be done with it. Like if you're a 30-year-old, you either change your mind, you don't want a gun, you don't feel like you need it,
Mhm.
or like you've proven yourself that you're like
I don't think age would fix the issue.
I think
and I think
I disagree.
And even with the gun thing, I feel like with the school shooting, the issue is not just the weapons. Like I feel like that's the symptom. It's not the root of the issue. I think the root of the issue with school shootings is a deeply societal issue.
That's fine. I agree with that.
Yeah.
But you're still supplying these people with ways to.
We're not
to get
supplying
that gun.
them with ways to.
But
do
like
it.
I don't know. It's just very easy to get guns in America.
To be fair,
It's
either way,
not.
In my opinion,
It's really not actually. It's
I
very
think it is.
difficult.
compared to here.
Well,
it's
yeah.
kind of-
either way, I think the guys or the girls that are shooting people or doing criminal things, they're gonna do either way.
Mm.
Like the guy that in New Zealand that was
Yeah.
shooting. I'm pretty sure it's illegal to own a gun in New Zealand.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Did he have a fully automatic gun?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but
That's illegal.
that's
in
fine.
America.
Like how often does that happen?
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying,
It is. I think.
Like-
Like you're saying, it shows if someone's determined,
yeah,
they're gonna get it.
Yeah.
it,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
might drop the percentage
It might
by
deter
bit,
some people, yeah, but
because it's like
But isn't it worth
okay,
it?
so
if-
much people are
drops
bothered. Like people
Yeah,
are
exactly.
bothered enough and stuff like that.
But like, isn't it worth it if it saves like
yeah,
100 people a year?
I think it's too late for America. if I'm
I
being
think the
honest.
crime will
Sorry?
skyrocket.
I think it's too late for.
Yeah, I think America's too late as well.
It's
Like,
so
now,
far,
now anyone
But if
if you
Australia-
make it legal, it's just gonna.
If Australia was like, oh, we're gonna make it legal, then like, that's questionable.
I think crime will skyrocket in America if they took away weapons.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't think Australia would, but
Yeah, they won't do it.
Different culture though.
Yeah.
Different background.
Because you can look at the alcohol age. Everyone under 21, not everyone, but most people under 21 in America drink before they're 21.
That's true.
It's like, I know drinking is a very like minuscule problem.
That's a big issue, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean like compared
Compared
to
to-
shooting people.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like what's the, if it was illegal, would it really stop people from
No.
owning guns?
Even in America.
Yeah.
Drinking, like you said, drinking.
Yeah.
It's easily accessed.
Same as drugs and all that stuff.
Like they did a prohibition of alcohol in the early 1920s, 1930s, I think, where alcohol was like illegal. Like they made an amendment that it's illegal to sell alcohol and people just still drank. Like they made it their own, or they opened up speakeasies and.
I think it's impossible to tell. I think everyone's just always like, I don't know. It's impossible to tell what, like, we can always have, like, hypotheses.
Yeah, I feel
About
like
what? About what?
here's
Of, like, if they got rid of guns, then.
Oh, yeah.
like here's
There's arguments from both sides.
Wait. What would you do then if you were selling a new country?
The,
And it's like either guns or no guns, or would
the
you regulate?
government had no guns.
Yeah, no guns for anyone. There's not a gun allowed in my
The
country.
thing is, you get run over so easily by any other
No,
country.
there's like you're allowed warships and all that, Well, what handguns do during the war? No one fights shooting anymore.
ARs and stuff.
Yeah, but like it's more like we nuke you, you nuke us. We have squads.
Or bomb you, yeah, sure.
Like, yeah. Would you regulate it, ban it, or just how whatever?
Regulate it.
We'll regulate it. That was
No, but I'm saying, what would you do that or like completely no?
Wait.
Like, would you want no guns,
Yeah.
or would you just be like you have to be a certain criteria to get guns in your country?
For general population, general citizens, no. So we're not talking about like police. And
Not like defending your country wise.
Yeah, because it's a given.
Man. Australia's done well, so probably just no guns.
Yeah.
I think you guys have to live in America because I feel like a lot of the times you see what's on the news and the news blows everything
Yeah.
out of proportion of how really bad it is when it's really not as bad as they make it seem.
Mm.
School shootings are terrible. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to downplay school shootings. They're terrible, and it's a horrific thing that happens that shouldn't happen. One of the things I think that leads to more school shootings is people glorifying the people who do that. So I think we should.
Is people glorified?
Yes, by putting them on the news.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's not really
and
glorifying. It's like,
It's
Giving them the attention they want.
yeah, you give them the attention. Most kids, if they're gonna commit that or do something crazy, they've been deprived of any type of attention or being neglected.
I think you
as
should
being a
pay
human.
respects to the people that died, but
You do.
leave out that guy.
Yeah, you can let them know, but like don't talk
don't
like
put his name on the.
Mhm.
Name and face. That's what they want.
because that's what they want. They want recognition, whether it's bad attention or good attention. They just want to be remembered, and and I feel like that process of doing that will continue to fuel the cycle of a kid who is struggling, who doesn't feel like they're valued, that no one cares about them, they have a rough home life, no one treats them like a human, like absolutely completely dehumanizes them at school, where they're just not looked at and ignored constantly, and they feel like they don't matter, and they see on the news that someone did some heinous crime, and they're looking on this recognition they're getting. Look at this, he's on every news station. No one cares about me, I don't care about my life, then at least I'll be remembered for something,
Yeah.
But like that just goes to the deep-seated issue of how we as a society in America treat other people.
I blame gaming. It's all gaming's fault.
Definitely not.
Maybe definitely stops some stuff happening. Like,
Yeah, that's why you get angry at.
yeah, exactly.
It's not even that. I just feel like when I went to high school, like I was fortunate enough to be able to have like friends and be around people, but there were definitely people that who were didn't really interact with other people, were kind of loners, and people just kind of just treated them like crap, like they didn't exist. There's some kids who felt like they were ignored and no one cared about them, and like that. There's so many kids who just struggle with like depression and stuff, and people and on top of that, like people would say terrible things to each other, like people you don't even, people don't even know, like I can see like you goofing off with friends, but like people you don't even know.
Yeah.
Like someone in the hallway and just treat them like absolute dirt, like nothing.
Our grade wasn't
Like
that.
only stuff like
We didn't dump on kids and all that.
Our grade was in general like pretty sane. I think like in the group of like the boys, there was like mad toxicity and stuff.
Yeah.
But like apart from that, we never.
Like you wouldn't put some.
There was a few, like where, like the boys would bully people and stuff. but
Yeah.
It wasn't really a big thing.
We would we wouldn't we wouldn't pick on someone to the point where they need to.
There was one person
Who?
like, throughout all of school was getting that.
Who?
I'm not gonna say it.
yeah, but it's not even. But
Think
it's
about it.
that. Like,
No, because we did it to everyone
But think about through all of school, this one person was getting dumped on.
in the boys group.
No. Just in our
In
grade.
school?
In our grade.
What? A male?
No.
They'll say his
I'll
name.
tell you later.
They'll say
grade.
Well, here's
I want
the-
to say something like on what you're saying. One of the this was funny to me, but
Hold on.
it wasn't in my school,
Mhm.
but like I heard a guy on YouTube say like he got bullied so hard in school, like he was just walking around smiling, and someone came up to him and said, "Why are you smiling? No one likes you." It's not good, but
Like I said, bro, like,
he's like, "What are you doing, bro? Why is he saying that?"
Also, I do want to say this. I did remember this. School shootings weren't a thing until like the '90s, and the gun laws have been relatively the same or even more stricter from then. So like I feel like it's the only thing that's really changed. The laws have changed a little bit. The access to weapons have maybe changed a little bit, but the access to weapons has been stricter.
Yeah.
But we see an increase in these school shootings. I think one of the things that really contributes to that is the change in culture and how we treat other people. Because I don't remember people getting treated as badly. Like I said, like I was there, but like you don't really hear about it as much. People had like dignity and they actually cared about life. They had people
You
like
mean in the old days?
yeah, in the old days, people like were decent human beings.
Oh, yeah, they seem
and
like
they had
yeah.
value for life. Like nowadays, you have kids. You know, I even think about when I was a kid. Like my value for other people's lives. Like I used to play video games and like I knew it was fantasy, but like I was so ready to suit up and go over to Afghanistan and kill somebody. I was like, oh, it's cool. You know, like this is military stuff. I'm ready to go serve my country. And like I just had a complete like disvalue for human life.
I think kids these days are just
Like I didn't know to wait.
kids these days in general just in my opinion are softer and think they deserve more than they do.
Oh my gosh.
They think they have a right to everything. Like these spoiled kids think, bro. Like I don't even know, man. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Hey, listen. If you're watching this and you feel like the world owes you anything, you're wrong. You don't own. No one owes you anything. Nobody owes you anything. All right. Except for your inalienable rights as a human being, like that. But that's not given to you. That's what you have because you're human. But other than that, nobody owes you anything.
And if you're bullying people, bro, you'll regret it. Trust. Like I didn't do much bullying, but everyone that I did bully or whatever, like so much regret. Like I apologize to them after school and stuff, but like just don't do it.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. You'll be like, man, I'm such an idiot. Well, I was such an idiot. But yeah. Anyone else want to say anything before we finish up?
Yeah, like you said, yeah. Nobody owes you anything.
And harden up as well. Sorry about it.
To be fair, we do normalize depression, which is really bad. Oh, no.
No, like in the old days it was just better because I don't know, man.
I feel like people
These
had
days are like
people had value for life.
yeah, like
people enjoyed life.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
they had purpose.
But like it's like these days if you get called like a rude name and you're like full sense like all these progressive people and the left wing people in my opinion is too soft, bro. Like
Yeah.
they can't take a joke.
We have nothing against like for me I wanna differentiate between left wing and liberals. So like liberals, like that's like a political stance, you know, you're pretty cool. Like I like people who have like liberal standpoints. Like I may not agree with it, but like you're fine and you like discussion. Left wingers will shut down any type of discussion if he doesn't agree with it. Like it's terrible.
Yell you down.
They'll yell you down and call you a
You know what's
racist.
weird? I think liberal in Australia is the like better half. Well,
Yeah, because I always vote liberal over Labour.
yeah.
I think I don't remember.
Even my dad yesterday
Well,
was like,
what's
oh, yeah,
what's Scott Morrison?
I have no idea. No idea.
We don't know shit.
We have no idea.
We don't care. For me, politics like personally it doesn't affect me at all.
I don't
know
know
the
this
effects.
for entertainment. Legit, that's all I do.
I like the debates just because they're funny. You know?
Yeah,
They are. They go hard. They really do.
And I find Trump funny, bro.
He is.
I think we'll get you on another time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe once the election's over, we can get
Oh,
into that.
yes.
Can I
Let's
ask
go.
one last question?
Yeah.
If you don't want to answer, don't worry. But Trump or Biden?
Trump, dude, all day. Trump all day. Don't get me wrong. Trump says some dumb stuff, and he does some dumb things. But Trump has done a lot of good for America.
And yeah.
And on top of that, like, okay, he's done a lot of good.
Do you think he's racist towards black people?
No, Trump is definitely not racist. Trump is.
Thank you, bro.
I've literally seen a video of Trump like someone put a reel together, like a compilation where people constantly ask him the same question: do you condemn this racist group, or do you like? He's literally like constantly like condemns racism multiple times, and I think he kicked somebody off his board. Like his inner circle of people who was like known to be like working with racist people.
That could be just to like say that, but that's the.
He's already in office, so like, what can he do? Like if he is right, like, but like he really isn't. I feel like Trump speaks more of like bringing the country together and nationality and like trying to put us under one banner or one flag. It's like, yeah, you have your individuality, but we should remember that we are a country of one people striving for a common goal. You know, like as Americans.
We all just got close to it to become.
Also, I feel like Biden isn't.
Mentally stable.
Yeah, so I don't, nothing against the Democratic Party. Nothing against the Democratic Party. Like if the Democrats would have picked a better candidate than Joe Biden, you know.
He's just not there, bro.
He isn't. He just sometimes he's just mentally not there.
I knew nothing about him. I watched the debate. I watched highlights of the
Yeah.
debate. I can't speak.
Bro, he can't speak, bro. He has dementia. You know that.
Well, that's what they say. I don't want to go out and say he
Yeah,
does, but like they're
yeah.
saying that he's showing early signs of dementia. It's not confirmed that he does have dementia.
Alright, well, this can be a cliffhanger for next time you're on.
Bro, we're about to talk about this afterwards. What are you talking about?
Well, this will be the end. So we'll see you next time. First of all, like, subscribe, all that nonsense. Turn on notifications, all that stuff.
And if you have any topics you want us to talk about, please tell us.
Topics, people you'd like to see. We don't have clout, so we can't get KSI on.
We have KSI,
right?
We can get Trump on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy.
But like most of you that watch know me and us personally. So if you want to if you want to see Darian again, let us know. He probably will be on anyway.
If you want to be on it as well, just let us know.
Yeah. Just honestly, we're chill. We might change the name. I actually might think that I'm changing the name to.
Malachi's never here.
Yeah, it's not Neapolitan.
And what the Scuffed podcast? Let's do it. Something always goes wrong.
Oh, Jonah learned how to do a backflip too.
Nice. We'll leave
it click here.
Ready? Wait. Click here for our Instagrams.
Oh, bro, you think I know how to do that?
No, you don't. That's not just like cool, bro.
Coughing cat
I don't
picture.
even know how you do that actually.
What? Put our Instagram in.
No, click to, because I know how you click to subscribe and stuff. Actually, I don't know, but I will test it out. I'll get one time. Alright, outro, see ya, peace.
Good job, lads.